Every week we get more news about the new cruise ship for Virgin Voyages, Scarlet Lady, and some of the policies and procedures they're going to implement on that ship. And one of them that came out over the past week is that there will be no assigned gratuity. And of course, that pulls the scab off of the old hotly debated topic, should cruise lines assign gratuity? Let's talk about it. Hey, what's up everybody? Tony with LaLitaLoca.com. Welcome to the YouTube channel. If you're new here, you like cruise ships, cruise news, cruise tips, cruise vlogs, anything to do with cruising, consider subscribing to the YouTube channel with the notification bell on for all of our stories. And now on to today's. There is nothing really more hotly debated in the cruising game than whether or not cruise lines should assign gratuities. Just a quick breakdown of what an assigned gratuity is. Almost every major cruise line assigns a gratuity to their passengers' bill that you can either prepay or that you can wait until you're cruising and it hits your ship account toward the end of the cruise. These charges go primarily for the service that you're getting from your room steward, from food service folks, and some mystery people behind the scenes. This charge is hotly contested because even though it is an assigned charge, it is optional and people have gone out of their way to remove this charge. That's where the debate comes in. If you remove your assigned gratuity, are you cutting into the wage of the worker on the cruise ship? Some will say yes, some will say no, and that's where the debate happens. Now, I've advocated doing away with the assigned gratuity, just put the cost of the service inside the cruise fare, but some people have pushed back. They say we like the assigned gratuity because it forces people who aren't going to tip. Fair enough. There are cultures that don't tip that may want to remove the assigned gratuity. There are people who don't believe in tipping that want to remove their assigned gratuity. And so the heavy-handed approach is to assign a gratuity, that way everybody pays. All right, let's do some simple math. Let's just say, for example, you go on a 7-day cruise and your total assigned gratuity is $100. So you can either prepay the $100 before your cruise, you can wait toward the end of the cruise and have it added onto your ship account. Your cruise is now going to cost $100 more. If you're not into tipping, you can go and reclaim that $100 by getting it removed. But again, there's a negative stigma with that. And there is the thought process that you are shorting somebody from their wage. There's a whole lot of emotion baked into that. What difference does it make to either side if now, say my cruise is $500, instead of assigning a $100 that I pay before or at the end of the cruise, now I just get charged $600. It's a win-win situation. The person that likes to tip, they're still paying their $100 money. And the person that doesn't like to tip, guess what? You force them to pay $100 more for their cruise, therefore taking care of the employee. To me, it is super simple. There is no mystery who's getting this money. The cruise line can handle it behind the scenes. And then it makes it a lot easier to tip in addition to what you paid in your cruise fare, which some people like to do. And here's the problem I have with the argument that says we should tip extra because these people don't make a lot of money. Look, you're only helping a few people. You're helping the service staff, you're helping some people behind the scenes, but if you really want to be like a stand-up benevolent person, wouldn't you somehow try to increase the wage of everybody that's on the cruise ship? Let me ask you this. Let's do a little thought experiment. You go to book your next cruise and it says cruise A, you pay $600. Cruise B, you pay $1,000, and we're going to use the extra $400 to increase the wage of everybody that works on the cruise ship. Does your benevolence reach that far? I think the argument is a little weak. We don't do that anywhere else. We're not looking to see if we can raise the wage for everybody else. I think it's kind of selfish just to target out a few people and make their wage higher while other people on the ship aren't even entitled to the same compensation package. I'm betting, I'm just gonna bet that most all of us don't know how payroll works on the back end of a cruise ship. And so to grab onto this rung of somehow you're making life better for a few people because you're tipping and you're over tipping, you might be making life better for the person that you come in contact with, but you're giving the shaft to other people that work on the cruise ship that you're not doing it for. I think it is on the cruise line to pay people to pass that cost on to us and then let us tip extra if we want to. Cruise lines, please pay the people what they're worth and charge me for it. Don't make me guess. Just charge me for what my cruise should be. Take care of everybody on your end and let me give extra money for people who give exceptional service. Sorry, it feels like a big rant, but I really just wanted to stir the conversation a little bit. it because I think it's important in the cruising industry, and I think this is going to have to be resolved over the next few years as times change. Leave a comment below. What do you think? Again, my name's Tony. I'm with La Lita Loca, and until the next time, I'll see you on the Lido.